Okay, Larry, I'm trying another avenue of
Not sure if
ideas.
you've noticed, but the 2016 US presidential election is being held this year. And let's be honest, you definitely have noticed the election is plastered absolutely everywhere. Whether you are closely following the election or are forced to see it every day in the news, you would have surely heard the words Republican, GOP, Grand Old Party, or the other major political party, the Democrats,
Yay
or
for
the
the
Democratic Party.
Democrats! Yay!
Whether or not you live in the United States of America or live outside it,
Just kidding,
you may
baby.
not fully understand what the difference really is between the Republican and Democrat parties' ideologies and what they really stand for. The Republican and Democratic parties are currently the two most popular, powerful, and prominent political parties in the United States, with the
True.
history of the Democratic Party starting in 1828 as anti-federalist factions began to form. The Republican Party formed a few decades later in 1854, with the formation of the party based on stopping slavery, as they viewed it to be unconstitutional. At the
Wow.
most basic complainers,
Lincoln
politics
was
is
a
said to be split in
Republican, that's
half,
true.
with political parties either traditionally
for-
having
good
left
for you
or
guys.
right-wing political views. The left wing is usually associated with progressiveness, supporting those who aren't able to support themselves and believe in equality.
Yes, we're bleeding
On the other
hearts.
hand, the right wing values tradition, believes in equity, economic freedom, and that the everyday individual shouldn't really have to pay for someone else's house service or education through taxes, for example.
Successful
Essentially,
people.
a survival
I
of
always
a
end up
fittest
falling in love with the
society.
Republicans.
On the political spectrum, the Democrats and Republicans tend to have opposing positions on matters such as the
Yeah,
economy,
well, how many
society, military,
fucking
and other key
Republicans
issues.
have
Both political
vaginas?
parties are so large now that it is quite hard to work out where their positions are on certain
People
issues.
with penises
But
don't
there
get to
are
vote about
key
people
issues
with
where the opinions
vaginas.
are quite apparent. But even then, candidates within the same political party can have slightly differing views on major issues.
That would be
which
funny.
affect
We
us
could
all.
talk about that.
Taxation. When it
Instead
comes
of-
to taxation and wages, the Republican Party
shut
believe
up.
that high taxes on the rich is a form of class warfare, and that both the poor and the rich should receive tax cuts. As the Republican Party's plans would see the revenue which the federal government collects decrease, the results would be higher debt and deficits. By lowering the taxes for the upper class, these people are more likely to invest in businesses, which in turn creates jobs, making a trickle-down effect. Republicans also oppose raising the minimum wage, as it believes it hurts small businesses,
It doesn't.
who account for a large amount of
It's good for
employment
people.
Americans. Democrats, on the other hand, believe in raising taxes
Yes,
for the
we
upper
do.
class and
Yes, we do.
lowering taxes for the middle and lower
Because
classes
people
of
deserve
society,
healthcare and
allowing
education.
the government to boost their
Larry.
spendings on social programs
Larry.
for the lower class.
Swanson.
Simply put, Republicans lower tax to benefit the wealthy
Just kidding,
and big
buddy.
businesses,
Just kidding.
whereas the Democrats support progressive taxes to help fund social programs
Yes.
and to help out lower income citizens.
Amen.
Gun laws. An issue which divides many Americans
Uh-oh.
also divides Republicans and
Uh-oh.
Democrats.
Uh-oh.
Democrats favor more gun control, but recognize that the Second Amendment is an important part of American tradition.
Yes, we do.
And that the right to own and use firearms should be preserved.
No, I don't.
Reinstating the assault weapon ban and working to make the background check system stronger so
Yes.
that guns aren't getting into the hands of the irresponsible are high up the agenda for the Democrats. The
Mm.
Republicans, on the other hand, oppose gun control laws
Yes,
and
they
go
do.
as far to say that they believe you should be able to obtain and store ammunition without registration, and they support the right to self-defense. Voter ID laws. The Republican Party is currently pushing for
Voter.
elections to require photo identification for voting to, in their words, prevent election fraud. Between 2000 and 2012, there were 867 cases of voter fraud, but the Republicans want this to be zero. The Democrat Party are complete opposites on voter identification laws.
No, we
saying
want
they
it to be
everyone has
zero
the
as
right to
well.
vote, making them in opposition of laws which begin to put restrictions on those
But we
trying
know
to
the
vote.
minorities
According to the
and
Democrats, introducing photo identification would affect young voters, people of color, low-income families.
you see,
those
Larry,
with
I'm
disabilities,
already
and
getting
elderly,
involved
which
in
is a
this
large
debate.
number of
It's
voters
fun.
who wouldn't
This
be
is
able
gonna
to
be
vote
fun.
and have their opinion heard.
Fake news.
Pro-life versus choice. As
Ooh.
I'm sure you can begin to
Get
tell,
out of my
the Republican
vagina.
Party is very much influenced through religion and
If you don't have a vagina, then shut the fuck up about 'em.
Support the government restricting abortion.
We don't tell you what to do with your
The
dicks.
Republicans believe that
Leave our
unborn children
vaginas
should have the
alone. That's where I
fundamental
come
right to
from.
live, which cannot be taken away from them. The Democrats, on the other hand, support Roe v. Wade and believe that a woman should have the right to make her own decisions about her pregnancy.
That
And
being
politicians
said, I've
and
never had an
government have
abortion.
No right to get involved with
Because
a woman's
I am-
pregnancy.
I do
The
respect
Democrat Party also
unborn
wants to
life.
help reduce the number
But I
of
want that
unwanted
right to choose what I do
pregnancies
with my
through better
body,
sex
and every woman
which should
deserves
then
that
help
right.
decrease the need for abortions. STD rates are hitting all-time highs in the USA, so
Yes,
putting
they are.
work into sex education is something which the Democrats believe will benefit society greatly. Same-sex marriages. Being very traditional and religious-based, the Republican
Love
Party
is so hard to find in this world, Larry. I'm heterosexual as I come. I mean, I like men,
define marriage as
but I
one
haven't
man
found a
and
man.
one woman.
I don't think I'm going to. My mother didn't. My aunts didn't. A lot of the women and men in my life have not.
Same-sex discrimination.
So when people find true love, whether they have two penises or two vaginas, just let them have at it. Love is a good thing. Love is good. Jesus liked love. Let love be love. If people are ready to commit to each other in marriage, I applaud that. Because God knows I'm not.
Was found to be
I'm single.
unconstitutional. A decision which was ruled by the Supreme Court on June 26, 2013. Limit of government. Republicans have positioned themselves into believing that a smaller government is better, with Republicans preferring themselves to have less responsibilities in society.
I kind of agree with
Let
that.
People and companies
Except
fail or
for
succeed
healthcare and
based on their
education.
own actions, instead of the government intruding. The Republican Party don't like policies which
The Republican Party wants to spend all of our federal dollars on weapons and ammunition to kill people, and nothing all about pro-life until the baby is out of the womb. The minute the baby hits the fresh air, they don't give a fuck. They don't want health care for that baby. They don't want education for that baby. They don't want foster care for that baby.
Which help assist Americans in need. This sees Republicans usually called supporters of a
They're pro-life as long as the baby's in utero,
big government,
so they can control the woman's body.
Sometimes have big government stances
If they're pro-life, then they should be pro-programs for those babies.
Tends to have small government viewpoints when it
Sorry,
comes to
Larry,
economics and
but we could
society.
argue about that. I think this show is going to make us hate each other. Maybe we shouldn't do this.
But this is what happens when
Let's
you
find a
yourself
different
in
way to
two-party
do a show.
political system, as it would not make sense for there to be two similar parties fighting for the same issues with the same stances. If you have enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to Cybright.
Larry, I love you, and I don't know. I'm trying to find out whether this is going to be funny or really tragic for us. Because, do you remember we didn't talk forever? Ever. I'm going to show you a video that looks like it's going to make you happy. It looks like an anti-Democrat video. I'm just going to put this up here.
When you think about racial equality and civil rights...
Just to kiss your ass, because it's such a nice ass. Oh, she's chugging. Chug, chug.
Which political party comes to mind? The Republicans or the Democrats?
Democrats.
Most people would probably say the Democrats.
Thank you.
But this answer is incorrect.
See, I knew this video was catering to you.
Since its founding in 1829, the Democratic Party has
Of course, they have a black woman
every major
narrating.
civil rights initiative and has a long history of discrimination. The Democratic Party defended slavery, started the Civil War, opposed Reconstruction.
Yeah, we started the Civil
founded
War to
Ku
free the
Klux Klan,
slaves.
imposed segregation,
Yeah, we started it.
perpetrated lynchings,
No, we
and fought
didn't.
against the Civil Rights Acts of the 1950s
Oh,
and 1960s.
this is going to make me mad. This is making
In
me mad.
contrast, the Republican Party was founded in 1854 as an anti-slavery
Then why
party.
did y'all fight for
Its mission
slavery
was
to
stop
continue?
the spread of slavery into the new Western territories with the aim of abolishing it entirely.
Then why did y'all fight in the
This
Civil
effort,
War
however,
against
was dealt a
the
major
freedom of the
blow by
slaves?
Supreme Court in the 1857
Abraham Lincoln
case,
was a
Dred Scott
Republican.
versus
Oh, this is just
Sanford.
making me
The
mad.
court ruled that slaves aren't citizens, they're property.
Eat a big dick.
The 7 justices who voted in favor of slavery, all Democrats.
Okay, this is funny. Republicans or Democrats? Who is hotter, Larry? Who's hot? And bear with this commercial. Oh, it looks really scary. Oh, this is really scary. I've seen that movie. That's a really scary movie. Here we go, baby. I don't want to fight with you. I love you, and I respect your views.
Elections are right around the corner.
I disagree with
And
your
it's time
views,
to
but I
ask,
respect your views.
Margaret Cho and her friend, the hard questions.
Who do you think are better looking, the female Republican girls or the Democratic girls?
Yes, who would win in an erection election?
An erection
Republicans or
election?
Dems?
Holy shit.
I don't want to Sarah Palin. That's, I know she's a classic MILF.
Say what you will, but when your chopper goes down while sky hunting wolves in Alaska,
Who's sexier,
there's no one you're
femme
ready to
dems or
bring
femme
for
reps?
next governor.
You know what? Michelle Bachmann has crazy eyes, so you know she's good at the staff.
Yeah, but you tell her to leave in the morning. Anyone else?
If you start stacking them up, Republicans are better looking than Democrats.
Could you you imagine a steamy stack of sexy
Republicans are better looking than Democrats.
I'll match you 1 for 1.
Nancy Pelosi.
Okay, Michelle Bachmann.
Already been used. Point to the Dems.
Condoleezza Rice is
Point to
very
the
pretty.
Dems.
I'll give you Condoleezza.
Wait, you were doing Republicans and she... Whatever. 1 for the Repubs.
John Edwards.
John Edwards is a good one. John
Yeah.
Edwards is a good one.
Good looking.
Aaron Schock. He's a Republican.
He's a Republican.
Repubs.
Scott Brown.
Repubs.
Fuck.
Damn, this is a landslide.
Fuck.
Wait a sec.
JFK and Jackie Kennedy.
JFK, Jackie, demos, motherfucker.
No, you can't go back in time.
Okay, there are no winners. But you know who really loses? America! Jesus, did you see the market yesterday? How do you say we're screwed in Chinese?
We're screwed in Chinese. That's how you say it. Okay, Larry, that's installment number 2. Ideas for our show. Love you. Love you very much. Call me.